Connection. What's up, guys? How you doing? Welcome back, Football Digest. It's been a minute since I was live. A long time. Feels so good to be back. Feels so good to be back. Nachiki Ronald Matthews na kuona uko na jazi ya Man United hapo. Collins Kangor ni aje? I hope you guys are doing good. Nice. So we are doing a game week 1, or rather match day 1 preview of the new Premier League season starting off tomorrow. Kesho time hii Arsenal tutakuwa tunajua kama tumeanza game na 3 points ama ni draw ama ni L. That's exciting. Actually, kesho time hii I think game ya pili ndio zitakuwa zinaisha. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. Niko so excited for the new season. I'm ready to rumble. I am ready to rumble. Not entirely as an Arsenal fan, I feel bado kuna few signings tunafaa to make pale, but tunafaa kwenda tu hivyo. Mbogo na kucheki Samra. Samra is the one you're supposed to go live with, so I'll get right away into it. Before I join up with her, kesho we have a watch party tutakuwa tunafanya for the Arsenal versus, or rather Fulham versus Arsenal game. We're gonna be having a small watch party kiasi yake, invite only, because sasa hatuwezi ruhusu watu wote juu ya corona and stuff, at IB style. So itakuwa interesting. I'll give Samra an invite juu she's my guest today. So let me join up with her to jue all that stuff. Actually, the last time was do a live session with Samra. KPLC waliamua siwezi. Wakazima stima. Samra.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm okay.
Unajua mimi na tulikuwa na deni by the way. Unakumbuka the last time we did a live session with you, KPLC decided to show their ugly faces.
Yeah, they decided to shut us down early.
Yeah, it was pathetic. Can you make up for that now? Because I'm looking forward to this session. I'm sure itakuwa interesting sana. You as a Man United fan, how excited are you about the new season? I mean, tuko less than 24 hours before the Premier League kicks off.
I'm very 50-50, honestly speaking. Wacha tungoje transfer deadline iishe, then maybe I'll be more excited. Sijui. Manchester United, by the way, we always have a good start. Like, we always start well. Even last season, we started so well by thrashing Chelsea. I think we all remember that. But then all of a sudden, we just dip. So, I'm still very 50-50.
But the season you finished off, I would say a bit strongly with the same squad. Don't you think, like, with the same squad, bado mkona maybe a good chance of still starting off strong?
Okay, to start off strong we will, but will we maintain that same run throughout the season? I don't think so. We need to kind of look into the areas, the problematic areas that we have, and that's what I feel hatujafanya mpaka sai.
Yet. All right. Now so Chris anasema ati a good start for Man United, ulisikia wapi? Na but Man United mnaanza vizuri by the way, si uongo?
Yeah, tunaanza vizuri by the way.
Yeah, hapo mbele ndipo shida inaanzanga. All right. So you brought in Van de Beek so far in the season. Do you feel like maybe that's the first signing you should have made? Do you feel like that's a proper signing for you, Man United, as a team? Ama do you feel like, okay, Van Dijk ni sawa, maybe you need the depth, but we need to be more serious about others?
I feel like it was, okay, fine. We're not going to discredit his quality. Yes, he's a quality player and everything. But was he unnecessary buy? I'm not sure. I don't think he was, because we have other areas that we need to improve, like our center halves. We still have our forwards that we're not very sure about. You have Shaw there by himself and he's forever injured. I don't feel like Williams he's not a bad player. He's skillful, yes. But he's like him and Shaw alone, seriously, we need support there as well. Which I don't feel anything is being taken seriously. If you look at it, I mean, you work on your problem areas first, and then you get the Van de Beeks in.
Yeah. Araka, that notwithstanding, Van de Beek is a quality player, right?
He is a quality player, but now the problem is, where are we going to position him? How are we going to play him? Like, if you look at it, okay, anyway, I don't have a degree in football management. Maybe Ole has something up his sleeve, but if you look at it from as a fan's perspective, you don't really see where the necessity was for him to be brought in at this particular moment.
All right, because I was also looking at a midfield of a possibility, hypothetically, a midfield of Pogba, Bruno, and Van de Beek. Well, it may look quite exciting on paper, but when you get to the ground, if you can maybe when you guys need to defend, it's not a very defensive midfield three, you would say.
It wouldn't be at all if you look at it, and that's what I'm saying. Maybe Ole has something up his sleeve, but if you look at any formation that will probably play him, I just feel like he's just going to probably be a bench warmer until he's needed. Until Pogba, it's true. Like unless Pogba or Bruno is not available, that's when you bring him in. So was that a necessity buy? No.
All right. Someone is disagreeing with that. Mogana Sama, if Bruno and Pogba get injured or fatigued, we are doomed. VDB is a necessity.
I wouldn't say we're doomed. I wouldn't say we're doomed because you need to also give credit to the guys who stuck it through the time when Pogba was injured for a very long time before Bruno came in. I mean, we had the likes of Fred and the likes of McTominay stepping up to the party. So let's not discredit them and act like they don't exist. And of course, they're going to come back stronger and better. I mean, clubs are begging for Fred. He's had offers and he's rejecting offers to stay at Manchester United. So he's also trying to fight for a position there as well. So what are we going to do with him? What are we doing with Van de Beek?
Good question. Now, Ronald Matthews anasema we should have signed a left back first, back up and compete with Shaw. Van de Beek will play. City have Mahrez and Bernardo on the same position and still rotate successfully. All right. Yeah, maybe mngechagua left back cover kwanza. Okay. Yeah. Let me ask you on your striking options. For me, I was thinking maybe amongst all other things that you guys should maybe go out and fetch, maybe you'd fetch yourself a striker. Ama mmeamua kukana Martial ndiye atakuwa striker through and Igalo.
But you see that's why we were linked with the very famous Jadon Sancho, who up till now is still trending on Twitter because we don't actually know the real backstory that's going on.
Yeah.
Will there be a possibility of him still coming in before the transfer deadline? You never know because Manchester United has a new way of doing business. Is very confusing because I think we remembered it's like it's a deja vu feeling of the Bruno Fernandes last season. The whole entire summer we were talking about Bruno Fernandes, announced Bruno Fernandes. Then the season started, we didn't sign him. Then come January, all of a sudden he's being signed. You get? So I feel like the Jadon Sancho thing is just happening. It's going to happen the same way.
All
because
right.
we honestly do need a striker. Honestly speaking, if Martial gets injured, who are we putting there? Who are we putting in that position?
Igalo.
I don't see that happening, we would actually rather put Mason Greenwood and bring Daniel James in than us starting Igalo. Another reason why I don't understand why we brought Igalo in again. And that's why you see there's that perception of Manchester United wasting players. If you look at such decisions being made, you understand why they say we waste players.
Yeah.
Because Igalo, honestly, the next time we'll probably hear about him is when he's leaving the club.
Yeah, ama akifunga maybe mkitolewa Champions League mwende Europa. Hizo Europa.
Actually Europa tena.
I'm throwing shade. All right. But you know what? I have a funny feeling you guys might actually sign Sancho this window. I feel like mtachezeo back and forth with Borussia, back and forth. And maybe the last week Borussia will be like, okay, maybe now we can. How much are you guys offering, by the way?
Okay, rumor has it that we offered 90 as an upfront payment, and then was supposed to do the rest on installments. But then apparently Dortmund said that they wanted a straight up 120.
Oh yeah.
But honestly speaking, even Sancho himself, like 120 is too much pressure for his club even to be asking of him. That means he needs to be banging in goals day in, day out. Every time Manchester United plays, there has to be a Sancho goal. Whether we win or lose or draw, he has to have scored. It's too much pressure also to put on a player as well. I don't even understand why they're forcing that 120.
And he's only 20 years old, right?
Exactly. Anything can happen, We've seen so many players who come in with so much promise, then one injury and they just fall off and they're never the same. So why offer a young player at 120 million? It's a joke.
Yeah, it's actually going to be a career-changing decision that Nani is going to have to make, Sancho, if he actually decides to come. All right. Now, Ronald Matthews is saying, plus we have more than 60 games, which will be top quality sides. I'm not worried with Van de Beek. He will play. I would accept if he wouldn't get Sancho, but strengthen the rest of the squad. All right. So. One team, however, that was not having issues strengthening, Samra, is Chelsea. Chelsea, akina Bartoi watakuchinja ukienda show.
Let me tell you, Chelsea was signing everyone. Hata nilikuwa naogopa email zangu zikiingia watasema Nicolette, we've signed you too. They were signing everyone, my friend.
Man, tell me about it. Like, I mean, how do you sign in one window? They have signed, I think, 7 guys, and they are not yet finished. Nasikia bado wanataka kutafuta sijui yule goalkeeper wa Rennes in Ligue 1. I'm like, 8 players?
But you see, okay. Although I do get why they're doing that, it's a bit risky because also when you oversign, you're not guaranteed that these players are going to perform. Number one, they need time to adjust. Some of them are not coming from the English league, so they'll need time to adjust to the new way of play. There are those risks there, but then again, if you look at it, Lampard has looked at all the problem areas that Chelsea has. He went and said, "This is what I want for us to be able to win titles." And I think any serious manager would do that. Like, I mean, for God's sake. Also, Chelsea don't want to be left behind. They want to contest for the title, and the only way to do that is to be serious about your signings. And if they get a goalkeeper in, because I know like they can do everything, but then when it gets to Kepa, he just brings in the goals for the opponent. So if they bring a goalkeeper in, I think they're literally going to be that team that's probably going to chase for the title.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be up there alongside Man City and Liverpool. Nilikuwa namsema alikuwa anasema hapa Ian Duncan is saying Sancho is overrated. Huyu alikuwa apenda Safari Rally huyu. Used to watch Safari Rally a lot. Ian Duncan was a heck of a driver. Yeah. That price tag is too high. You can request Marina Chelsea director to bargain the price for you. Sasa Chelsea wanajua kubargain sana than anyone else. Declan Rice may be on the way for Chelsea. I don't know about that. Ronald Matthews is asking a very good question that I think tutaangalia. Who's the first manager you reckon will be fired first this season? Utaniambia hiyo tukimaliza this live session. Anasema Frank Lampard. You wanaona watatoka trophyless with the money they have and are still spending. You'll tell me about that. But Chelsea, of course, the signings and everything, man, they'll have to win something, right? Like Abramovich has to pay like almost 250 million to spend only for you to get nothing in return. You have to deliver something, and it's not a Carabao Cup here, and it's not finishing round of 16 the Champions League. You have to finish maybe minimum of semi-finals. In the Premier League, you have to be challenging for it. Did you think Lampard, who has maybe 2 years of experience under his belt, has the capability of handling all that pressure and keeping all these big talents happy?
Okay, I think the only advantage Lampard has is that he's been there. He's been a Chelsea player, so he understands what pressure comes behind the team. But then again, with Chelsea, I think have the best history when it comes to firing managers the fastest. Yeah. Is it a risk that he's taken? Because if it doesn't pay off, like we all know, he's probably going to be told, okay, I gave you everything you want, you gave me zero. Yeah. Where is my return on investments in these players? But I don't know. For me, I feel like it just might work out because honestly, there's some players when you look at them, okay, the likes of Ziyech, like I said, Ziyech is a quality player, but moving from Ajax, I have a very wary feeling when it comes to Ajax players. Their league isn't as competitive. So by the time he comes and he adjusts, it's going to take time. But then you have the team, the Warners, you have you have players that they're bringing in who could probably hit the ground running. Like if you think about it, Kai Havertz, first of all, Kai Havertz looks like the player who's going to hit the ground running. He doesn't look like someone who's coming to waste time. I feel like he'll be another Bruno Fernandes. He's just going to come and start making the difference in the team. So it might work out. Like it just might work out. You never know.
All right, I'm looking forward to Lampard struggling. I may sound like a sadist, but I can't wait.
We all are. We all are.
I can't wait. All right, another team that is strengthening quite impressively, has nothing to do with the top 6, is Everton. What do you think about what they are going about their business?
Okay, let me give you my honest opinion on Everton. I've never understood why Everton is a mid-table team, honestly speaking. Because even if you look at it from before, they have really quality players. If you look at individual players, they do have them in there. But why weren't they getting into that let's say that kind of momentum like Wolves and Leicester, like such kind of teams? I don't understand until now how come they never reached that level. But maybe now with those adjustments, I mean, you never know. Like maybe this is the time for James Rodriguez to like bring himself back and remind people the kind of player that he was back in the day. Everton could be that dark horse in the EPL this season.
Yeah, they could be. Plus, they have a decent coach. Ancelotti is a heck of a coach, so it's an interesting prospect.
He is.
That's for sure. Another team I'm looking forward to, and they've just been promoted, is Leeds United. I don't know why. I'm just looking forward to that team. I don't know if it's because we played against them in FA and najua walitusumbua, and I know the kind of coach they have. Bielsa is a heck of a coach. I know what they did when they are coming to the Premier League, Kubeba Championship in style. What do you think? What are you looking forward to most about Leeds United?
Okay, as a Manchester United fan, I think our history with Leeds is not very good. They are our rivals. They're in that lead of them being our rivals. But then again, I mean, when I see teams like Leeds coming back into the Premier League, it kind of gives you that deja vu feeling of how they used to be back in the day. I'm actually excited to see what Leeds have planned. Because look, they got promoted. They brought in some really serious players. Like they look like they're not coming here to play. They're not about to be relegated again. They're coming here to like remind us who Leeds were back in the day. So I'm excited to watch them play. I'm actually hoping they beat Liverpool in their first game.
Oh, tomorrow.
I really hope so. It'll be the best way to begin the EPL.
I know, right? That would be fantastic. That would be fantastic. Another team that has been promoted this season is Fulham and then West Brom. What do you think about these two? Okay,
West Brom, there's a time that they beat Manchester United, like when Lukaku was playing for them, like it was crazy. Yeah. And then, but I don't know, Fulham for me, I feel like there might just be another Norwich City. Watakuja tu wabangaize.
Scott Parker do shit.
Sioni. Times have changed, man. West Brom might probably stay in, but I'm not sure about Fulham.
You know what? Out of the two, I would say Fulham maybe. I don't know nothing about West Bromwich. I just know one guy they have who's a terrific bowler, anaitwa Pereira. That's all. Hakuna kitu ingine najua.
But Fulham have ever been relegated. Like they've always had that issue. They're being relegated time and time again. So West Brom, on the other hand, like they were like the Sheffield of last season. The team that every big team comes across and they don't know how to beat them. So I'm hoping that that's the kind of West Brom we're going to see this time. But Fulham, man. Fulham.
All right. Tutaanza nao kesho tuwanyoroshe a good one, to set pace for them to go back to the championship. As in now wamezoea kupanda kama wanashuka. Ronald Matthews is saying atiachana na Everton, Newcastle. Do you think Newcastle, they are rebuilding? Do you think they are doing something very good with their signings? Later wafanya kwa a stronger team than they were last season?
They are doing new things, but I don't know if Newcastle, unless they convince me, I wouldn't like waste my breath.
Yeah, for sure. Nakumbuka Newcastle last year, they splashed 40M on Joe Linton. I don't know if you got the guy.
And what happened with that?
He has done absolutely nothing for that club.
I'm sure.
You sure?
I'm sure it's probably going to be the same thing again.
I hope it won't be the case for them. I mean, wametoka tu kukuwa rejected hapa with their new possible takeover, imepiga ukuta. Now they have okay, tutaona tu wenye wataenda, watajisort, hiyo ni shida yao. I got no affiliation with them. Now speaking of the big two, because these are the benchmarkers of the Premier League, Liverpool versus Manchester City. These guys have not been very active in the transfer market. Unaangalia nini kuhusu those two guys as we approach the new season?
Okay. I think Manchester City, if you look at it, they have not been that active, but they've brought in, I think they've brought in what needed to be brought in, because they need Ake. They need Ake. Honestly, if you think about it, Laporte, the last time when he was injured, you could literally see how they were struggling. without him there. So I feel like sometimes you don't need to overspend. You just need to you just need to fix the areas that have problems. I think that's what Manchester City has done. But Liverpool, I feel like Liverpool should have done something, because everyone knows how they're going to set up, how they're going to play. Every team has played against them last season. They're going to set up the same way. Eventually every manager is going to find a way to beat Liverpool. So for them not to adjust anything anyhow, I don't think that's a smart move.
Yeah, that's for sure. Do you think Liverpool can retain the title?
No, not everyone can do a Manchester United.
Oh, Manchester City. You almost said Manchester City.
Almost.
I gotcha. Ronald anatukumbusha ati Newcastle have signed Callum Wilson, they have Saint Maximin, they have Ryan Fraser, they have signed Jamal Lewis. Yeah, still. Okay, Saint Maximin najua atasumbua sana this season. He's a heck of a dribbler. He's very good, so we'll maybe see more of him. Supplying likes of Callum Wilson, maybe there'll be a stronger squad, that for sure, than they were last season. So,
but hey, look, Wilson and Fraser were still in Bournemouth and they still got relegated. So it's not a guarantee that them being at Newcastle will like improve anything. So.
Gosh. Hiyo ni kaki bari kwa pets. Okay. Cool. Before we get to the games, kesho, let's look at the top 6 who are gonna get into the top 6 by May. Inaisha ni May 18th ama ni May 2021. Let's look at that. But first, who do you think is gonna be the first manager to be fired this season?
I actually think probably Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't have in mind.
I actually think so, because I feel like this is a LVG all over again, if you think about it, because when he spoke up and said all the things that he wanted for the club and it wasn't being done, and he became how do you say, passive aggressive with the board, he got fired. It had nothing to do with him and his skills. It was just because he was a very like, I want this, that. And you know, if honestly speaking, if Ole doesn't, if we're not able to strengthen where we need to strengthen in United, I mean, it's going to be another bad season again. And they're just going to fire the coach. They're never going to fire the players, or they're never going to look at themselves and say, we need to fix this and that. They're just going to use our scapegoat. The so-called babyface assassin will probably be the one to bite the bullet. Yeah.
I forgot to ask about one team, which I think maybe I'm ignoring it at my own peril. Spurs. What do you think about Spurs? Because for me, I'm kind of brushing them off, but now, like, I need to keep a close eye on those bastards. What do you think?
I think Spurs have just become a glorified Burnley, and that's just the best that they can do.
Wow!
Thank you. I think this is genuinely the curse of them firing Pochettino. Like, how do you fire Pochettino for Mourinho? Like, you need to upgrade, not downgrade. Like, seriously.
Tell me about it. I was so happy when they actually appointed him as coach. I mean, when the late Kukane, I'm loving it. All right. I'm seeing quite some comments here. There's someone, Flavio Kim is saying, first manager to be fired is Frank Lampard. Or Ole for him. For me, ni Lampard. I would love to see him go after all those signatures he's brought home to Chelsea. Aki alikuwa relegated na Pep amemnunua. That's what Ronald Matthews is saying. Kuna mtu anashangaa umeita Spurs glorified Burnley. He can't believe it. Oh, ananikumbusha ligi inaisha 23rd May 2021. So tutaangalia wenye watakuwa top 4 ama top 6 and relegated by that time. Ronald Matthews is saying Mourinho will go for the Europa League. That's what everybody is saying. Do you think he's going to go for it and win it?
See, I don't know. I feel like Mourinho is burnt out. Like, if I was him, I would probably start a youth academy and just leave this. I don't know what he's trying to do by club hopping all over England. Like, seriously. Seriously, forgive Villa alifanya players wetu.
I know. Okay, fine. So Ole is the first manager to be fired. That's what you say. For me, I want, and I don't know if I'll pray for it, but nataka ikuwe ni Lampard, first manager to go home. I will. Stuck a jua. All right. this is the crunch time or the gist of this, I would say live broadcast of live session. Give me, sijui tuanzie na relegation ama tuanzie na top 6. Tuanzie na relegation. Nani atakuwa relegated this season?
I'd put Burnley there. I feel like they need to kind of improve on their game and realize this is football and that rough English style.
Sean Dyche, you need to bet against Sean Dyche.
I feel like Aston Villa probably didn't get it last time. They're probably going to get it this time. And then maybe West Ham.
And West Ham. Wow.
I mean, West Ham is just there. It's just floating somewhere in the air. You're not seeing anything happening.
Yeah. That's for sure. For me, I would say I'm not fancying West Bromwich chances. I'm not sold on them. So for me, they're gonna go back to where they came from. I would say Villa. Unfortunately, tunauza one of decent goalkeepers to go there, but I don't know if you'll stop them from being relegated. They have not done anything much, to be honest.
Yeah.
As I'm not sold on them. The final spot I would give to who now? For me, I would not bet against Burnley. I think they always find a way of squeezing themselves into the Premier League. Maybe niongeze West Ham hapo, for the sake of it. So I'll go with West Ham, Aston Villa, and West Brom.
I think there's Ronald Matthews who has agreed with you also.
Oh yeah, West Ham, Villa, exactly. I agree. All right, let's look at the top 6 now. So tuanze na bottom going upwards. Let's ascend. Give me nani atamaliza number 6?
Chelsea.
Wow, that is so. I wish that would happen. Jesus, are you sure about that? Uko sure?
Yeah, I actually think they will finish in the top 6.
Wow. Okay. 5th?
I had written this somewhere and I've already forgotten. Let me give
Man United. Let me make it easy for you. Man United.
No. I don't think Man United is finishing below the top 4, honestly.
All right. So who's 5th?
Let me give it to Leeds.
What? Leeds. Okay. 4th.
I'm going to give Manchester United 4th.
Man United. 3rd. It has to be us. It can't be anyone else. It has to be us.
Listen,
who is it?
Arsenal and Manchester United will definitely fight for the 3rd and 4th position.
Cool. All right. So by your opinion, we'll beat you to it. No problem. So who's finishing 2nd?
2nd, I'll give it to Liverpool.
Liverpool, and then obviously Man City, unless I don't know what happens. So for me, I would go with, sorry?
Unless Leeds wins.
Yeah, unless Leeds, I don't know, Everton, Pools, one out of there, I don't know where. I'm a Leicester City, or Wolves, or Sheffield. Before I even give my predictions, what do you think about Wolves and Sheffield this season? Watakuwa wale bado wanasumbua ama raundi watakipata?
I mean, have you seen what Wolves have done? They're turning it into a mini Portugal. I think Wolves are here. I think they're here to really disturb. Honestly, they might even be in that top 6. You never know. And I wouldn't even leave Sheffield out of it either. They don't look like, those 2 teams don't look like the teams to give up anytime soon. Yeah,
they don't. All right. So bado watasumbua next season. Okay, fine. For me, I would go with Man City winning it. I don't know why. I just feel like, I don't know. Especially if they sign Kalidou Koulibaly, who they are still interested in.
Yeah.
I think they'll just go and win it. Then Liverpool, of course, will finish 2nd. 3rd, I would give. This one is pegged also on the signings. So, June December, if like Man United signs Sancho, hapo sijui naona ni kama mnaweza maliza 3rd if you sign Sancho.
Telling you that 3rd and 4th spot is ours. It's between the 2 of us. We shall be fighting for those spots.
Yeah. Okay. But you know what? Just because I want to push a certain agenda, I'll give you guys 3rd
Mm-hmm.
No, I will give Arsenal third. I can't give you guys above us, man. But honestly, in all honesty, I don't know. I feel like Chelsea will finish third. Yeah, I feel like the signings that they've made, of course, nashuku Lampard kiplani. I feel like he doesn't have the capability of, I don't know, keeping all those guys excited there and happy, because you have to keep them happy and performing. Combinations zao za mid sijui zitakuwaje. Of course, this is also pegged on the signings they're going to make by October, I don't know, 12th or 16th. But yeah, for me, I would give them third, and then I would give Arsenal fourth. I would give Man United fifth. Sixth, I would give to anyone who wants to go for it.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So I'll go with Arsenal finishing fourth. I think we'll finish fourth. I think we'll finish fourth. Especially, this one is pegged on two things, especially if you get Thomas Partey, Ama Aouar. If you get both those players, I think we'll finish fourth. If we don't get those two players, then I think Man United will beat us to it. That is my lowdown on that. Now,
but you're probably not gonna get Partey. I think you should just like get it out of your head, like the way I did with Sancho.
I think we've got one of those two guys. I would want us to get the two of them, but I think we'll get at least one of them. If I was to choose one, I don't want to be in such Houston, by the way. I'm having to choose one, Starkey. But if I was to choose one, I would go with who now? I'd go with Thomas. If you were to choose one, I would go with Thomas.
You know why? Do you know why I don't think you're gonna get Partey? Because Diego Simeone is not gonna give up a player he hasn't found a replacement for.
We'll give them the money.
It doesn't make a difference. He doesn't do that. He does it the Griezmann, João Felix way. I'm selling you the player so I can use your money to bring in a certain player that I've already scouted. But they haven't gotten a player to replace him.
They have one, actually. They have one.
Maybe in January. Who?
Mark Roca ni wa which team? Is Jukani social dad?
But they haven't been aggressive on him. They haven't
been, because Arsenal is not aggressive with getting Thomas. So and that's why they're insisting we have to pay the release clause. Nothing less, no player swaps, nothing. Mulete 45 million hapa kwa meza, then you get the player, and then of course they'll go and get Mark Roca. But if Arsenal doesn't, then they're gonna be happy to stay with Thomas Partey, and Arsenal is gonna lose out. So the onus is on us now to go and push for it. Flavio is asking, why not go for Sumare as a backup to Partey? Sumare, I think, is a decent player too. Apparently, Newcastle are bidding for him. Can you imagine? Newcastle put in a 35 million euros bid for Abubakar Sumare, as in, crazy, but it was rejected. Top 3 to get relegated, I think you have to Shangalia. All right, so that's it. I think we've looked at the top 6, we've looked at the relegation. Let's do a preview of the games that are going to be played this weekend. First, we have Fulham versus Arsenal. What do you think about that one?
I think Arsenal will win because I don't know. Fulham, I'm yet to be convinced by them.
Yeah, I'm not yet convinced about Fulham. Ataka, watu wanatokanga relegation, they usually come with a lot of psych. They're always psyched up to play in the Premier League, but now there are no fans, and fans always play a big role in that. And then again, Arsenal at Fulham at Craven Cottage, nika second home huko. Huwa tunanyeshao majamaa vibaya sana. So I don't think it's going to be any different. I think Arsenal is going to win that one 3-1, I would say. I think it's going to go for a 3-1 win for Arsenal. If you had to put a scoreline, what would it be?
I would actually do 3-0, not 3-1.
Oh, 3-0. 3-0 for Arsenal. All right. Then we have Fulham. No, we have Liverpool versus Leeds United. What do you think?
I'm going to go for a draw, actually. I think Leeds are coming here. Yes, I really feel like Leeds are coming here to really disturb us. And I think that Liverpool-Manchester United-Leeds rivalry is just about to be rebuffed.
Mm-hmm. So like a what? Like a 1-1 draw or 2-2 draw?
A 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw. Gosh, I wouldn't bet against Liverpool tomorrow. But I'm looking at Leeds. Bielsa, first game in the Premier League. I'm sure he's excited to be back. I'm sure he's looking forward to our game. Especially ukitestwa na mseka Klopp, alafu mshinde.
Exactly.
It's going to be a good test for Bielsa tomorrow. It's going to be a good one.
I think his first game is the best game he's getting, honestly, to start with. And I feel like he'll make a statement.
I'm looking forward to it. Crystal Palace versus Southampton.
Hizo teams bado zina exist, gosh.
Bado wako.
I mean, Crystal Palace brought back Batshuayi. Who knows? They might just win. Let's give them a win. Let's give them a 2-1 win.
All right, 2-1 win for Palace. I don't know. I'm to be honest, I'm one of those guys who are excited about Southampton. I like their coach. Hassan Hato for me is I think he's a heck of a coach. If you ask me, alikuwa Leipzig. Ni aliweka Leipzig kwenye inafaa kuwa before akina Nagelsmann came to take it to a whole new level. But Hassan Hato made them who they are, in terms of competitiveness in Bundesliga and Europe. And he's at Southampton. He has done a very good job huko hii season, from kupigwa 9-0 to finishing, I think, what was it, 12th or 13th hapo. Amejaribu, man. So for that reason, I'm going to give him a win. I'm going to give him a 2-1 win. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for Southampton. Danny Ings. Unasahau jua Danny Ings?
Danny Ings ataskoyo goal moja.
All right. Then we have another game. We have West Ham versus Newcastle. What do you think? This is another nilikuwa some bogus game. There is nothing to look forward to this one.
I've even forgotten. It was who?
West Ham versus Newcastle. Kina Michael Antonio, Mark Noble, Jojo Shelby.
But also West Ham, I don't understand what their problem is, because honestly, they do have those 1-1 players who can literally push the team forward. Because if you look at some clubs, you don't have an overall 100% perfect players, but you have those 1-1 players that get you guys across the line. But I don't know what goes wrong with West Ham, honestly.
Something just doesn't work out.
It just doesn't work. But I feel like it'll be a boring. I feel like it'll be a boring 0-0 draw.
A 0-0 boring draw. Gosh, alafu ameka ikiwa late kickoff. Jesus. So ongeka tu more interesting.
Tutacheza na live notifications.
Indeed, that's for sure. Now Ian Duncan anasema West Ham draw. That is for their game against Newcastle. Maroko anasema West Ham win. Ronald is saying Newcastle win. All right. Ronald is also saying Southampton will win 3-1 versus Crystal Palace. I could almost agree with him. Naona Southampton wako form mbaya. More like they have a very good coach and a very good team. Akina James Ward-Prowse. Hey, James Ward-Prowse. That dude is good. Ian Duncan is saying Southampton win. Crystal Palace with a lot of defensive issues. And injuries, but they have a lot of issues. Maroko is saying a 2-1 win for Southampton, or the other way around. Kuna mtu anasema ogopa alikikoff. That is for us as fans to kairada sana na your story. Flavio Kim is saying 3-1 win for Liverpool against Leeds United. Maybe you as a Liverpool.
I don't see it. I do not see it. I think anyone who has never watched Leeds play before they got relegated or knows who Leeds are, I don't think they're coming into the Premier League to be beaten by one of their other rivals, Liverpool. I don't see it.
Yeah. What a way to start. It's not the best way to start. I thought it was going to be the early kickoff, but it's a very nice way to start off. The Premier League winner versus the Championship winner.
Yeah.
That's a good start, right?
Yeah, it is.
It is a good start, that's for sure. All right, so that's Saturday. Then Sunday, we have West Brom versus Leicester. What do you think?
I'm going to go with West Brom.
No.
Yeah, 1-0.
1-0 against Leicester?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think Leicester are a big armor boy. Again, I don't know what to expect about West Brom, so
okay.
I may be very misguided here.
Let me tell you, Leicester, for me, I feel like they need to fix up their issues. They have a good team, yes, but then that almost doesn't count club these days. I don't know, they need to find out what's going wrong. And West Brom are not, okay, if it's a West Brom that I remember, they're not that team that Leicester can even beat to begin with. So, watch it to one.
All right. For that one, I will go with I'll go with a 3-1 win for Leicester. I'll go with a 3-1 win for Leicester.
I'm going to stick to my 1-0 win for West Brom.
Aya, at least itakuwa saved somewhere, so we shall just retrieve for checking.
For future reference.
Precisely. The last game on Sunday, which is maybe the game week 1, yeah, the big one, I would say, besides maybe Liverpool Leeds, is Spurs versus Everton.
I am so sure Everton is going to win that game. What is
Spurs?
It is sawa. It's not like as if kuna mtu atakuwa hapo anapigia kelele hao watu wa Spurs anyway.
Actually, they don't have that.
Yeah.
So you think what? Like,
I'm going to give it a 3-2 win to Everton.
3-2 win for Everton.
I think it's going to be a very entertaining game. Very, very entertaining game.
Yeah, it's going to be entertaining, that's for sure. It's a fantastic. Wangeka hii game ka late kickoff kesho, but like kuweka Sunday. This one, I'll go with a 2-2 draw. I think now both teams equal, zita attack vizuri, there will definitely be some goals, that's for sure. As to who will win, I don't know. I don't know. I would say
Everton. I'm telling you, it's gonna be Everton.
All right. Now, let me see who's this. Ronald is saying Tottenham boring draw. Ati Mourinho ataenda na basi. Okay, Mourinho ako home. But still, okay, I get the point.
Mourinho ako na homes mingi sana.
Yeah, I am just saying Everton have bought well, but it's going to be a close game. Josette doesn't lose on match day 1. Well, okay. Morocco is saying Spurs are winning that. All right. Ronald is saying Leicester will win. That's the game against West Bromwich. Sawa. Then on Monday, bado kuna fixtures hadi Monday. Actually 2. You Premier League watches are obvious. So first one at 8 o'clock is Sheffield versus Wolves.
Oh God. You know the problem with these two teams, I feel they're so at par that their games become boring to watch because we will probably go all the way into 90 minutes with no goals. Like the possibility of that happening is so high. I'm going to give it a 1-1 draw. Yeah,
me too. I'd give it a 1-1 draw. I feel like the two may be go at par because they are kind of very defensive and very compact. Of course, maybe Wolves are gonna better potent attacking wise, but they're playing away. So
yeah.
Inaweza kuwa pia hakuna mafans but bado ile home advantage but you count nevertheless. So yeah, 1-1 draw for Sheffield versus Wolves. Then the last one, Brighton versus the Moneybags FC.
But you know, Brighton is that unpredictable team. It depends on what side of the bed they've woken up. They can just decide to cause an upset to Lampard on his first day after signing 7 players. But then again, I don't know. I'll just give. I don't know. I kind of feel like giving Chelsea. That's what I'm feeling because I kind of feel like maybe Chelsea will win. Then I'm like, no, I don't think. I think I'll give them a 1-1 draw. I'll give it a 1-1 draw.
All right, this is gonna be a very interesting one because the last time these guys played in the Premier League last season, walitoka 1-1 draw, and actually Brighton I think equalized late into the second half. Right, courtesy of Jahabanash. Very fantastic goal, but they scored there.
Yeah.
Awase bado wamecheza I think a week ago. Kulikuwa na some trials walikuwa wanafanya for the fans coming back nini where the Timovano was actually starting that game. It was a friendly though. Ilisha 1-1. Now they're playing now again. First game in the Premier League away at Amex Stadium. God damn, si Brighton tu wafanye mambo waanze kukulisha watu L one time. I would be so excited if they beat these guys.
I would be so excited too if Brighton beats Chelsea. Oh my God, because they're Chelsea fans, you know, it'll really humble them.
Itakuwa a meltdown. I can't wait for that one. I can't wait for that one. But I think I don't know. I just feel like Chelsea watashinda. I think Chelsea will win that 1-2-1. I'm a draw.
What a draw! Inaka ile game ya draw.
Wapigwe tu 1-1 draw. Luis Dunk acheze kama yeye kesho. Everybody. Ryan Keeper kuwe kama Kima kesho. As in kuzishika zote zikiwa everywhere. You know, and out of that is going to be a draw. So I don't know. I'll give 2-1 win for Chelsea nevertheless. I feel like watashinda hii. But I would love for them to not win at all. I would love for them not to win. I am Jay saying Chelsea will win, but narrowly. Brighton missing first team players. I didn't know that one. Who this? Ronald is saying Sheffield have been found out. I say atakama na Wolves ikiwa draw. They play the same type of football. Atakama Wolves hawana Doherty. So he's saying he's looking for 1-1 draw. I am Jay saying Sheffield with the last gasp winner, just like last season. Oh, yeah. Itakuwa tall order. Morocco is saying 2-1 win for Brighton. Yeah. Oh gosh, zikuwe tu hivyo. Then Dennis Akaki is saying 2-1 win for Wolves versus Sheffield. Morocco is saying I would draw. Sheffield versus Wolves a 1-1 draw. Ian Duncan is saying Sheffield shall win, and so shall Chelsea. All right. Okay. That's all. I don't think I have anything else to talk to you about. So I think I'll just thank you for coming up, and I'm looking forward. At least tumelipisha ile yenye ilipotelea huko.
Yeah.
It's been a good one. Okay. So Samra, thank you so much for coming through. I think mimi na wewe tunaweza rudi sasa tufanye vitu zetu tulikuwa tunafanya kila mtu kivyake. Then maybe we shall have another sit down maybe some other time, right?
Sure, no problem.
All right, cool. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure. Yeah, Duncan is telling me to create a WhatsApp group. Ian, I have a WhatsApp group. I already have a WhatsApp group. Duncan, FIFA 21, you take FIFA 21. I'm looking forward to it. Kwanza siku hizi nimekuwa mbaya sana. Samra, si unitafutie mtu tunaweza pigana na yeye FIFA, tupigane tuuane.
Najua mtu mmoja nitakulink up naye.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. Ronald is saying tengeneza WhatsApp group. I have one already. I think maybe I could share the link. Let me see. Mtu anaweza tu bado ya WhatsApp. So FIFA 21 actually it was good. The ratings are very interesting. If you ask me, zingine ni skewed because mseka Gareth Bale. Unachezanga FIFA?
Mimi nacheza ball.
Oh. Okay. So FIFA 21 some ratings zimetoka hapo zinaka crazy. Like Gareth Bale ameshuka from having a rating of 85 to 79.
But yes, I know it's called. I think how do they base the ratings in the game? Do they base it on how the player performed that particular season? And if you do that, I mean, Bale hasn't been playing. He's been playing golf.
Yeah. As in, okay, maybe it makes sense for him to be demoted to 79. But some other ratings there's talk up as Henderson nakona the same rating na Paul Pogba 86.
Yeah, I saw that on Twitter. But also Pogba hasn't been like playing that much, and he hasn't been at his best. Maybe this season will be his season to redeem himself. You never know. The good thing is the EPL is everything. You can never really predict anything. Even this prediction that we're saying here right now, the top 6, you never know. You'll find Leicester in the top 6. You'll find Leeds. You'll find West Brom. You never know with how the EPL goes.
Yeah, so, you might even find Arsenal winning it, as in crazy, right?
No.
Yeah, Bana. Okay.
Bado.
All right.
Bado of Africa Bay.
All right. Someone is telling me like Henderson is better rated on FIFA than Thiago Alcantara. What is that?
Are you serious?
Can you imagine? Lukaku rating zake has changed. Number bang. I think how many goals in Syria? Is it 20 something? 20 something goals in Syria. Lukaku bado iko the same.
I think I feel sorry about him. Alienda Inter Milan, which is like an Italian version of Spurs. Wako tu.
Lakini wako na rich history than Spurs. Wewe huwezi compare na Spurs.
No, wako na rich history, but they never, the modern day Inter Milan never gets anything done. They're always almost there. Almost there.
Yeah, but usiweke na Spurs. Spurs unaweka juu sana. Spurs wako huko.
But what's in Bottlers FC?
Okay, ikifika ni kubottle sawa, maybe kubottle. Another thing ya rating ya FIFA, Sancho rating yake ya pace has reduced this season. FIFA 21 imereduce. As in Sancho mwenye ametoka ku create 43 goals last season, pace yake imeenda chini. How?
But let me ask you guys one question, because I was asking someone today. I'm like, people are really like, everyone is really, clubs are really after Sancho, but no one is after Haaland. Why?
Jomendo uko last season.
But still, see, kama uko na pesa ya kulipa buyout clause, unalipa tu if he's going to improve your team. No,
but
I don't had any.
I don't think Haaland is gonna go to another club because he has just gone to Borussia 1 year in. He has had a terrific season. Maybe he's looking to grow there before he makes the big jump.
Wacha tuone.
Hauko sold. Okay. Let me see. Ronald is saying that Bruno is better than Pogba on this is FIFA. Rashford is better than Martial. Okay. I didn't know about that one. Immobile has been rated to have a higher pace than Sancho. What? How? Okay, now I know Immobile has had a terrific season, that's for sure. I won't disregard that, but pace. Pace hapana. Adi Pepe. Mandem like Kwanza, what do you think about Pepe, by the way? I should have asked you this. Mandem like Pepe, what do you think about him this season? He's gonna tear the league apart, isn't he?
Wacha tungoje tuone, because honestly speaking, you know, this is the thing that I really fear about bringing in players who come from a league that's not very competitive. You know, English football is fast-paced, man. It's fast-moving. That's why when you bring in a player from Italy, you bring in a player from Portugal, they adjust faster. But now, unakuja kuleta mtu Faransa mwenye kazi yake ni kumaliza KPIs, provided I've been seen, na nimeshika ball, nimemaliza KPI yangu, into a league that's really fast-paced. Anyway, maybe it might be he's been there for a while. Maybe this season he might, do something. I can't hear you. No.